This conference will now be recorded.
So we are going to just log in into the cloudhill.in. Everybody can log in. So here we have courses, and also we have like SQL option. So here we have day-wise learning and interview questions and everything is there. So just select the day-wise learning and you can try to access it. Now, so here we have different sessions, whatever. Now we are talking about group by and having class. You just click on it here, click on the more information. So here we content like so how the number of records like so average count, so all the whatever we discussed yesterday, all this information we placed here, and also we have some set of assignment questions for group by and having class, and also we have solutions also placed here. But so make sure that whatever question they are asking, we should understand the concept and then we can able to solve the answer. Don't blindly go through and solve the question. Don't blindly remember the answer. Let's try to solve one by one question. So still you are having any problem to hear my voice? So yes or no? So please respond like yesterday everybody having a lot of energy. So they are responding very nice. So today also just be proactive and try to respond so try to interact at least through chat so that it will be easy for you to understand, so that it will helpful for me also. So all good. Let's start our journey today. So be so it's kind of if you are watching some television channel, if someone asks some question, they're pressing buzzer, right? In the same way, you guys also more enthusiastic way. You have to learn and you have to respond your answer, whether it is correct or not. Even it is wrong, also people respond and they do that. They show that enthusiasm, right? In the same way, we can practice. So whatever it is, just trying is very very important. So whether it is correct or wrong, so that is very very important. Let's try to select the buzzer round. So display department wise. So I'm copying this question, first question. Try to understand the question. Try to split the question. So first we'll try to, very very important, understanding question, and the way you are splitting the question is very very important. So I'm copying this answer here. Don't look at the answers. Just look at the question. So you feel very comfortable after understanding the question. Whenever someone asks you some question, we have to split the question like that so that it is easy for you to understand. Now, let's try to solve this problem. Okay. Now, so what is the question? Who never understand? Please, someone can explain what is the need of this question.
Yes, sir. So we have to identify the people who are getting average salary more than 1800. So sorry, the salary who are getting 1800. We should find out the average salary.
Correct. Good. So here there are few different terms here. So department wise. So whenever someone talking about department wise, so what is the immediate clue we want to so display department wise average salaries working in 10 and 20 departments getting salary more than 1800. So split the question in multiple ways. So first, from which table you are going to fetch the data? For that, we are going to write the from class, from EMP. So this is clear. So from employee table, you are fetching the data. So display department wise average salaries. You want to calculate the average salaries. So how to find the average salaries? AVG of salary. Correct, right? This is the way you are going to find out the average salary, and based on what you are finding the department wise. That means whenever some particular condition wise, at the time we are going to use the column name as a department number. Correct, right? So these are all the columns you are selecting in the select clause. So department wise average salaries from table, and then whenever you are trying to department wise, immediately you are going to call the group by clause. Group by department number. So you are calculating the department wise average salaries. So syntax wise it is correct or not? So whatever non-aggregate columns, whatever it is coming, group by clause also is showing. So let's try to execute this. Department wise you are calculating the average salaries. Let's try to run this statement. So we got each and every department, whatever average salaries, we are going to get it. Like 10, 20, 30, all the departments it is showing average salaries. So is it correct whatever the expectation, whatever query you written? It's a department wise average salaries, overall table wise. In all the departments we got the average salaries. But what is the question here? So again there is something missing in this question. Working in 10 and 20 departments, getting salary more than 1800. This point is not included. So working in 10 and 20 departments. So department wise average salaries working in 10 and 20 departments. So we are going to apply the filter here. So we got the departments in all the departments. Now where you are going to filter the data, before, after, from class, immediately we need to write the filter class. Where select department number, average of salary from MP, where department number. So department number in 10, 20. So in the department numbers 10, 20, it is going to show the average salaries in each and every department. Is it correct, right? So in each and every department, you are showing the average salaries in 10 and 20 departments. Yes or no? Now let's try to execute this statement. Still the question is not completed. We have to execute step by step and see the output whether the logic is correct or not. So we need to keep adding the, don't complete the logic initially and execute. You may get the errors. It's difficult for you to fix. First split the logic, step by step you keep on executing and keep adding the logic. Now you are finding the department numbers 10 and 20. See, now we got the values 10 and 20 departments. So till here everything is working fine. Still some more point is left. Still we need to continue the one more point. So select department number, average salary, and again getting salary more than 1800. Whoever getting salary more than 1800, where department number in 10, 20, and so we need to filter the salary also, right? Salary greater than 1800. Now you read the question again. Now understand the logic as well. So display department wise average salaries. So you are calculating the department wise average salaries from the table. So whenever you are using the department number, you are going to use the department number as well here. And who is working in the 10 and 20 departments? So 10 and 20 departments who is working, and that department is going to showing here and getting the salary more than 1800. So this is the values you are going to get, and that is going to display in the final output. So department wise average salary is whoever working in the 10 and 20 departments getting the salary 1800. So this is how we are going to get the salaries, which is going to display the information. So that is how we are going to get it and display the information. So now, is it clear? Anything missing? Whatever someone is expecting, you are giving the correct output according to their requirement or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So anything missing? So here, what is the important thing we need to notice here is understanding the question is very, very important. Once you understand the question, we need to split the question into different pieces. So filters, separate what they are expecting, the aggregation. So then keep building step by step how you are building blocks, right? In the same way, build and connect all the points together in the syntax. So first what it is going to come, select statement, and then from class, and then where class, and then group by class, and then having class. So this order we have to maintain. If that statement is required, just you have to add. If that is not required, just we can remove. So simply you can comment it. If you don't know if something is getting error, keep commenting and keep executing so that we'll get to know the error, where exactly error is coming. You can fix that error and again you can enable the conditions. That is how we can able to debug the statement when whatever you are writing. See, this is a very simple statement right now. Is there any difficult here? So what do you feel? Is there any difficult here? So how we are feeling on answer this question? So this is all good, right? It's very easy. So like that, if someone asks any kind of question, you can able to answer it. So it's very easy way you can solve any kind of questions you can solve. Okay. Now let's try to get the second question. So this is very, very important question. Check the answer. So same logic, right? Department number, salaries from employee table, where department number in 10, 20 and salary 1800 group by department. Same logic. Whatever we mentioned here, same thing I added here. Now, so we have some other logic like whatever we are going to. In the same way, we have other logics as well. So next question. So how to display the second question. What is the second question we are going to use? So we are going to use the second question like displaying the unique records from the table. So how to display the unique records from the table? Okay, fine. So what is the second question? Who will solve this question? Anyone having answer for this question? Second question. Just I change some logic in the backend. Now, what is the question number 2? What is the output we are expecting here? Okay, in employee table. Yes. So take the question 2. So who is going to explain this question? So I want someone to explain this question. Who is going to take that opportunity? What's the expectation here?
Sir, so we want to display the distinct values
Display the.
without using the distinct keyword. Sorry.
So what do you mean by unique records in the table?
So unique records is which are not duplicate records. I mean, which
So what
they
is the
should not be
meaning of
having any
unique
duplicate
record?
records.
So what do you mean by uniqueness of the record?
Yeah, Suresh.
When
Unique means every in every column separates different rows, I think. each and every row has different. That means department is 10, 20, 30 like that. If only 20 is there, that will be a unique record like that.
Yeah, these are all very, very important question in interviews. Okay. So employee number, employee name, salary. We just assume we have three columns. 1A 1000. 1A 1000. 2B 500. So we have three records in employee table. So that means the record 1A 1000, 1A 1000 repeating two times in that table. That means this is a duplicate record. So this 2 is also repeating one time. If someone asks you to display the unique records from the table, that means these two records, whatever record repeating more than one time, just it is going to display the only one time. So that is the meaning of unique record. So here we have two records, right? So out of this, only one, this record is going to repeat only one time. So what is the final output we are expecting in the result? So EMP number, E name, salary. This is 1A 1000. 2B 500. So this is the output we are expecting. Correct, right? This is the meaning of unique records displaying in the final result. This is very, very important question in interviews. Okay. So we have to create the unique records in the table. Whoever repeating more than one time, only one time it should repeat. So for that, we have direct keyword in the select statement to display the unique records. There is a keyword called distinct. So let's assume your manager, you are working in one project. Your manager asking you to need to find out the unique records from the table. So see guys, we have one table having some 50,000 records. There is some duplicate records in the table. So can you create the unique records from the table and load into the another table? That is the requirement your manager asking you. Just understand the scenario. Is it a valid question, valid requirement your manager asking you or not? Yes or no? So your manager is going to ask suddenly. They hide you because of you have some good knowledge on SQL. That is the reason you got job. So suddenly they are giving some assignment to you. So they feel like so. And what do you think? So suddenly, what do you feel like? You feel, oh my God, what is this? First of all, you don't know the requirement. Again, you ask him. So later, you realize like this is the requirement, but you are thinking at the time you don't know the solution. But you need to do it. But you are SQL certified, is SQL trained resource. Yes or no, right? So how to do that? What is the answer? Can someone type in chat? What is the way you can solve that question? You want to load the unique records into the new table. Quickly, who will write the chart box? So we are going to create the new table, the table holding all the unique records from the existing table. Who will write the answer? Hope you got the question right. So this is the table. This is EMP table. This is backup underscore EMP. So in your database, whenever you are applying some logic on this data, the backup employee table should show only these two records. How to achieve this problem? Quickly. So you are going to create the new table. So I hope you are understanding my requirement clearly. So I don't want using group by. So just I need complete statement. What statement you are going to execute to achieve this problem. So we already covered this scenario in previous session. So just you are mixing everything and I'm giving. I'm checking your knowledge whether you guys are following or you guys are having knowledge on all the topics in previous sessions and you are able to solve this problem. So this is the how requirements going to come. So how to create the table? Yes, someone Guru Prasad typed. So why you are using group by? Okay, fine. So if you are able to solve this, then you are good. You are in right track. If you are not able to solve it, still you need to. There is something is wrong. You need to fix that in your learning. Select. Select. Column names. Where is the from class missing? Guru Prasad, something syntax mistake, or you can almost correct. You can recheck and retype your logic.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
first of all, how to get the unique records using distinct keyword? Let's try to solve that. So I have some table, employee table having 19 records. Select star from EMP. I already created some. Sorry. So we have some duplicate records I created in this table. So we want to create the unique records. How to create the unique records? Select distinct star from EM. So this is the information you are creating. Select distinct star from EMP. So here it is showing like, so this is the keyword. What it is going to show? It is going to show the unique records from the table. So let's try to run this. So total how many unique records in your table? These 16 records are unique. So that means 3 records are repeating more than one time. Those 3 records is not showing here. So that is the meaning of distinct keyword. This is a straightforward. See, if in interview they are asking some question means they always expect some logic. Straightforward questions nobody asks. You feel very happy. Oh, he's asking unique records. So simply you can use distinct keyword. Anyone, even LKG student also, they can solve. People who are all having basic knowledge on SQL, anyone can solve this. But interviewer test your knowledge in different way. They will ask this question. Everybody answer, this is the way. But whoever writing the answer in other approach, right, that is the person they are going to like and select it. First, you have to write the same approach and immediately they will ask you, can you write the other way? I don't want to use distinct keyword. So can you use the other approach to solve this problem? That is the answer they are expecting in interview. Okay. So to answer, so there is another question here. What is the question? Display, not display, create new table emp underscore do having all, understand the question carefully, having all unique records from the emp table. So create new table emp underscore do having all unique records from the emp table. So this is the question, right? We are going to create the new table name called emp underscore do having all unique records from the employee table. So what is the answer now? We are going to create the new table. So how to create the new table? Create table emp underscore do. This is the syntax, right? So how to create? Select. So what is this output for unique records? Select this statement only, right? Select distinct star from EMP. Create table name. So what is the output for distinct star? This is statement is going to get all the unique records, and this data is going to load into the employee duplicate. Is it correct or not? Is it correct statement or not? Whatever question we are looking here, whatever output we are expecting here, whether we are going to get this output or not. Yes or no? Quickly. Is it valid? Is there any difficulty here? We know everything, but we are having fear in our mind like, oh my God, what is this? This is how the things are going to happen. Everything, every time that question is going to, whatever question you are looking is new. If you feel it is a tough, but if whenever you start thinking about that question, whenever you do the paperwork, whenever you do the hands-on, right, you feel very comfortable to answer the question. You know everything, but you are feeling afraid of it. That's it. Why? Because you are not thinking properly. You are not able to think. You are not able to solve the problem properly. That is the reason you are going to understand and you are going to solve that problem. So here you got it right. Now we already did this state. We already did this kind of questions in our previous session. Yes or no? We accept it or not? We already created only 10th department information loaded into the new table. We already loaded few set of columns into the new table. These are all the questions we already discussed. If you are not able to remember those questions, if you are not able to recollect and solving that questions now, right, then there is something problem. You are not focusing seriously. You are just listening classes for time pass. I'm expecting you guys to reuse the knowledge whatever we are gaining in the previous classes. We are going to apply that knowledge. Generally, we are going to utilize and implementing your knowledge in somewhere. Who someone asks, confidently we can answer all these questions on your own. Correct, right? Now, actual question come into the picture now. So, what is the question? You are going to solve the problem like so. Display unique records from employee table without using distinct keyword. So this is the unique keyword we are going to use and solve that. How to solve this without using distinct keyword? Very, very important. Any idea? Now we are discussing about group by class. That is the reason this question also came into the picture. So now go back here. This is very, very important point. Anyone have clue? Anyone have idea? Who want to share? With the help of group by class, how to achieve this problem? Anybody want to share quickly?
Yes, sir. So by using the group by, we can group the list, and then we can use the having clause where the having count of star is greater than or equals to 1. So by that,
So yeah,
by using
okay,
that
got
clause,
it. Boss, can you explain how group by is going to help here? Can you explain the logic with these three records?
yes, sir. So we have to select all the three of them. Select temp number, e-name, salary, and from
Okay.
EMP, and then we should group by all three of them. Then it will
Okay.
form into
Wait.
group. Yes.
Let it write the group by class. We'll see. We'll go to step by. We'll go with step by step. Okay. Now you are telling right group by with all the columns. Let me frame the logic. This is kind of discussion. Everybody should understand. Not write the logic direct so that that's not a good way of learning. Let's try to understand the logic and write the. See, we are telling like we are going to write the group by clause with all the columns. Let's see what is going to happen if you write all the columns in group by clause. Group by EMP number, e-name, salary. So you're grouping data based on all the columns. That means all the columns, whatever the values it is repeating the same value, those groups are come under single group. Yes or no or not? If you write the statement like this. So from which table? From EMP, and then we are going to select. So whatever columns we are using in the group by clause, we have to use all the columns. That is the blind formula everybody should remember. Employee number, e-name, comma salary. So EMP number, e-name, comma salary. So on remaining statements, whether you are adding the aggregate function here or you are adding the having clause here, that's up to you whether you are adding or you want to ignore it. Okay. Now let's try to. So whenever you do the group by of employee number, employee name, and salary. So here what is going to happen? Here how many groups is going to form through this data? So how many groups? Anyone want to share? How many groups is going to form here? Here too also there. 2 groups is going to form. So these 2 records come under single group as per your statement. Yes or no? That means this is the group 1 and this is the second group. So each group, how many records is going to form? So basically here group 1 is having employee number, employee name and salary, and second group having 2B 500. Now each and every group is going to, from each group, what is the values, how many values it is going to return? How many values it's going to return? From each group, whenever it is trying to get the output outside, from each group, the return values is always as a single value. If you have 10 values or if you have 100 values, only one value it is going to return. So here from this group, 1A 100, 1A 1000. So both the records are same. From that group, how many records is going to come? Single record. So whatever record it is coming, the value is same, right? The first record or second record, the value is same. So that means here, this group, it is going to return any one of the value, this one value or this one. The result is same. And the second group also, it is going to return 2B 500. So this is second group. So then this is the from group employee number, employee name and salary. So what is the output here? How many records you are going to get in the final result? How many records is going to get in final result? 2 records. So you are getting unique records or not with this statement? So yes or no? Whoever
Yes.
not understood. Quickly, whoever not understood, they should raise their voice. This is very, very important point. Yes or no? So what is the result of this statement? We are not going to use any of the aggregate, any of the distinct keyword. Just we are solving with a simply select statement and from clause and group by clause. It's not mandatory that we have to use the aggregate function. It's up to your wish whether you are going to use the aggregate function or not. Let's try to solve this. Now select employee number, e-name, comma salary, comma department number, whatever columns. So we can select all the columns. So if you want to select, they will clearly specify which columns you want to select. Based on that, you can specify all the columns from the table. Job from EMP group by. So by default, you should remember like whatever columns you are selecting in the select class, all the columns you have to select in the group by class. That is the. So otherwise, you should not raise any of the errors, syntax errors. So should not get the syntax errors. Now find the count. See how many records we got it now here. See how many records, all the records total out of 19 records. So if you want to add the count also, you can add. That is the optional to check how many times that particular record is repeating. So we can use it or you can ignore it. See, total we have 14 records in the employee table. All the 14 records is coming like this. These are all the original records are coming. See which records are repeating more than one time. See, 7566 Jones is repeating only one time. And this particular record, what is the record? 7876 is repeating 3 times. And also we have another record, James also repeating 3 times. So see here, we can understand with this data, like only James and Adams is repeating more than one time. 7900, 7876, these two records is going to repeat more than one time. So you can clearly understanding, right? The records which is repeating, even this record is repeating more 4 times, but it is displaying only one time. Are you accepting or not? So in this particular group, 4 records are there, but from that record, it is only returning only one row. Why? Because that same set of data repeating 4 times in the table. That number is coming here. Yes or no? Are you able to get the unique records or not? So just we are using the count of star to understand which record is repeating, or how many times each record is repeating. That is the reason we are using count of star. So that is the optional we can use. See, with the help of this statement, we can able to achieve displaying the unique records from the table. This is very, very important question in interviews. They will definitely ask, irrespective of your experience. You are a fresher or 1 year, 2 year, 10 year, 12, 20 years. So this kind of tricky questions they will ask in interviews. Any doubt here? Any confusion? So there is no confusion at all. Is it required any having clause here? Is it really required any having clause? Anything, any data is missing here? No. Whatever data is having, it is displaying the data from your table. You have to use your mind. You have to give work to your mind so that it is going to think and understand the problem carefully. So same question. So we have solution also. All the columns from table group by all the columns. So there is some mistake here. Department number, department name also added. So I think there is some typo mistake here. So any questions here so far? Yeah, department number. So don't think like you are able to understand. Whenever you solve, if someone asks some, you can create your own question. Whenever you solve that question on your own, at that time only you think like you are great. Till that time, still you are learning. If you are not able to solve that, still you need to improve something. If you are not able to solve the problem. So whenever it is required, we have to answer that. You know everything. If you are not able to answer anything, there is no point of knowing anything, right? Yes or no? Accept it or not? There is no point of grabbing all the information if you are not able to deliver whenever it is required. Whenever it is required, if you are able to deliver, then that is very important. That knowledge is very useful for your career. So think like that. So at that time, you can able to solve problems in your interviews, somewhere whoever asking, that application level knowledge you can get it. Okay. Now that is very important point. Next question. So what is the third question? So I'm going to stop with this question. Later tomorrow we'll see the other questions. And also I gave one assignment yesterday. I'm expecting everyone share that assignment. What I'm asking question, not answer. We'll see how many people frame that question. So let's try to solve the third question and we'll close it today. Now, so what is the third question? Don't look at the solution whenever you are practicing. Now you are listening class, right? Try to write on your own. You are getting syntax errors. Keep thinking, keep learn, keep learn. Don't look at the solution. I thought to disable the solution, but somehow I'm not able to do that. But you guys should do on your own without, don't think like that solution page is active. So just think like that page itself not there. You try to solve on your own. If you have any syntax problem, just immediately message me or send in the message in the group. Someone will help or else I will respond. Okay. Try to fix that errors in the initial stage only. Okay. Now, what is the question? So who will solve this question? So display duplicate records from employee table who is working in 30 department and their respective commission is not null. So display duplicate records from employee table who is working in 30th department and their respective commission is not null. So how to display duplicate records? Who will answer this question? First of all, how to display the duplicate records from employee table? So who is working in 30th department and their respective commission is null? Just ignore it. Now, how to display the duplicate records? How to solve this? Select displaying the duplicate records. So what is the answer? So select all the column names from the table, comma, count of star from EMP, select employee number, employee name, salary, department number, commission, comma, job, comma, count of star from EMP. So now you are grouping all the data. So group by whatever non-aggregate columns we are selecting all the columns. There is some columns missing, you can select those columns also. Okay. Now it is going to display all the columns, all the values which is repeating. How many times it is repeating, that information is going to show now. So just now we tried this, it is coming. Now we are going to apply the filter on top of the count of star. Whoever having the count greater than 1. For aggregate related filters, which clause we are using? We are going to use the having clause. Correct, right? So here we are going to filter the records which is repeating more than one time. For that I am going to use count of star. What is the condition? Count of star greater than 1, which is repeating more than one time, is going to display that records. So select all the records from table group by records having count of star greater than 1. Now let's try to solve it. See, we got the two records, like which is the data repeating more than one time. These two records are duplicates or not? We got correct result or not? Yes or no? Yes, right? So far we displayed the duplicate records, but again there is some logic still it's pending. Don't assume like it's completed. Now there is something they're asking. So they're asking like find the duplicate records working in 30th department only. So in the 30th department, is there any records repeating more than one time whose commission is not null? So how to filter the records on the table? So for that we are going to use the where clause. Where clause is going to come after the from clause. The order of execution is very, very important. So where department number is equal to 30. So in 30th department, we got the records. Let's see. Still the question is not completed. So see 30th department, still 4 records is showing. Again, there is one more filter. So, and respective commission is not null. How to add the commission? And commission is not null. Is it clear? Now everything is filled. Now read the question, read the answer. Display duplicate records from employee. Displaying duplicate records, we are grouping data with all the columns and applying the count of star greater than 1 to identify the records which is repeating more than one time. And also we are applying the filter condition where department number is equal to 30 and the commission is not null. As per the filter condition, whatever statement they're asking, we are going to write like this. Now let's try to execute this. See, there is no record satisfied with this condition. So we don't bother about it. It's okay. Whether records are coming or not, it's not our wish. But framing the logic and developing the logic is very, very important point. So till here, whenever you are not using this condition, data is there. But whatever values working in the 30th department, all the values having commission is null. That is the reason you are not getting the output. So just you can change the commission is null and see. So just you need to understand what you are changing, why you are changing, how the data is coming. See, all the values in 30th department repeating, the values commission is null only. That is the how the data is displaying and coming the information. Is it clear, right? Yes or no? Any confusion here? So any difficulty here? It's very easy, right? This is very easy scripting language, anyone can understand, but the only thing is the way you are learning, the way you are understanding things are very, very important. Don't look at the things together and don't get confusion. Split the things step by step, split the pieces and then combine together, then only you can able to answer your question. Now yesterday I gave one scenario. So what is that scenario? Who will tell? Who want to share it quickly? We'll close in 5 minutes. Whoever have interest to share, they can share, or whoever not interested, so they can leave. So it's not an issue. It's up to you. It's nothing. We are not doing anything difficult, just to sharing the knowledge. So anybody want to share the scenario? I'm asking the scenario, what scenario we are using all together. So this is also one of the scenario. So we use all together, right? This is the question I asked yesterday, right? Yes or no? Select clause, from clause, where clause, group by clause, having clause. What scenario you are using all these statements together in your result? So I am asking to frame the question. I already gave one of the question with the answer also. Now, is there any other questions you thought in your mind? Please share. Anybody want to share quickly? So don't waste everyone's time. Anybody want to share? You can share it. Hope you are clear, right? What I am expecting. Is it clear or not? What I am expecting? So anybody want to share quickly? No? Yes or no? Someone talking, right? I'm not able to hear. Anyone talking? No one having scenario? Nobody want to share anything? So okay, I don't have any problem with whether you want to share or you don't want to share. There's no force at all. Yeah, please.
Sir, you ask for a
Yes, Chaitanya,
scenario
go ahead.
using you ask for a
All
scenario using all the
all the
select
statements together
group
in a
by
single statement. Yeah.
So we can frame question like display the department-wise salaries whose salary is greater than 800, where commission is null and average salary is greater than 3,000.
Okay, department wise, what you are finding average salary, sir?
Average salaries.
So let's assume you have employee table. In employee table, every department you want to find out the average salaries. Correct, right?
Yes.
So, and at the same time, which department you are looking?
We are filtering with where class where
Yeah,
salary
that
is
is fine.
greater than some values minimum.
That's okay. I don't want to use technical terms. Just we are trying to understand as a business requirement. Okay, so don't
Yes.
bother about technical where class or whatever. Just understand the business
Where,
requirement. So
yes,
you want to find the department wise average salaries
average salaries.
whose
Whose
salary is more
salary
than
is
1800.
greater than some yes sir, 800 somewhere.
Greater than 1800. Okay. Till now it's clear. Till now we can see the select clause and from clause and where clause and group by clause. All these are coming right in your question.
Yes,
Yes or no?
yes, yes.
Correct, right? Let me. That's good thinking. We have to keep it up our thoughts. Okay. Now select department number, comma average of salary from EMP group by department number, and also you are trying to find out the salaries more than 1800. That's what you are telling. That's the reason I'm using where clause. Where salary greater than 1800. Till now it is clear, right, Chaitanya?
Yes, sir.
Correct, right? Now let's try
Yes.
to execute this. So the syntax wise this is correct, 100% correct, no doubt in it. This is absolutely fine, whatever you said. So each and every department wise, we are getting the average salaries, and whoever salary having more than 1800, it is finding the average salary. It is excluding the salaries 1800, and then it is going to display the average.
Yes.
Then, so here where you are adding the having clause, that is the very important point. What reason you are adding the having clause?
Um, I
Now
frame
tell
the
me,
question
Chaitanya.
whose average salary is greater than 3,000.
Okay. Now we got some data.
Whose average?
Whoever salary after excluding the salary 1800, we got some set of average salaries. So we have some set of different departments, 10 and 20, 30. So all the departments having the average salaries like this. Again, in the final output, you want to find out the departments whoever having the average salary more than 3000. That information you want to get it.
3,000.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So here we have the salaries like 2991 and 3725 and 2850.
3,720.
Again, you are looking for the further requirement like only you want to find the average salaries getting department 3000.
Yes, sir.
Correct, right? For that purpose, you are adding the another condition like having clause here. Got the understanding requirement is very important, everyone. Okay, simply we are writing for we have it and we are using it. It's not like that. We have to understand the business requirement. Now here you are filtering the data whoever having the average salary is more than 3000. Okay, now see we are filtering 20-30 departments, right? Why? Because that is not eligible for your requirement. That's the reason that's got filtered. You accept or not?
Yes.
Now you are clear, Chaitanya. This is what you are looking.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this is what you are looking. So, but you the way you are giving the requirements, it's bits and pieces. Still here, that is fine. But average salary you just added. I don't think you got. Now you got the clarity on your question. Hope you got the clarity on your question. Correct, right? That's good. At least, yeah, you tried a good scenario. That's very good. Good initiative. Okay.
I got
Yeah.
more
Next.
clarity from you dividing the query and displaying. Got more
Sorry.
reason. I got
Sorry,
more
Chaitanya, I didn't
clarity
get
when you divided the query. I got more clarity when you divided the query into two displaying.
exactly. That is what I'm expecting from everyone. Should get the clarity. I know there is some confusion going on and bits and pieces. By this session, everybody should get the clarity. They are more confident on talking someone. Even someone asking question in the sleep also they can able to answer the question. That's what my expectation from this session. Okay. So that's very, very important. That's the reason I'm asking everyone to talk much and interact more and get the gaps so that you can become master in the SQL. Nobody question you. Any kind of questions you can solve on your own. Okay. Yeah. So I'm stopping now. So tomorrow we'll continue with the more sessions. And also one more important point I shared yesterday. What is the drawback of group by class? Anyone have answer for this? What is the drawback of group by class? So what situation group bys won't help? Drawback of group by class. Hope I'm expecting answer at least tomorrow's session. Just Google it. Some experts also there in SQL. So you can try to answer and you can just what situation group by won't help us. Tomorrow we'll discuss that point. It's very, very important. We'll see drawback of group by class. Anyone having answer quickly? So anybody having answer? What is the drawback of group by clause? Monica, you are there? Monica and Vishnu Priya. So you are already having or you're already having working knowledge on SQL. Just to check your knowledge. Anyone else? So and Sanju,
Yeah, hi,
Subhash.
sir.
Yeah.
The major drawback is like whatever we used on whatever we want to display on select, we should write in group by also.
Okay.
So if you
Yeah.
want to group by only on the particular department or on a particular salary, but we want to display all the column names, we cannot do that on the group by.
Yes, that is very, very important point. Correct. Correct, Sanju. Very good. So,
Yeah, sir. Thank you.
so whatever columns you want to use, whatever columns you used in the group by class, we should select all the columns in the select class. But if you want to group with the only one column, but if you want to display all the columns, that won't work. That is a problem with group by class. So tomorrow we'll discuss more. We'll frame the. Hope you got the points. I think few people understand, few people are not able to understand. So tomorrow we'll get the clarity on that question. Okay. So got it. Thank you guys. So just understand. Sanju told something. Just listen this recording and try to get the clarity before coming to the next session. That is very, very important point. So yeah, anybody want to share anything? Like Monica, you are there. So two Monicas, Monica Poturu.
Yeah.
So you want to share anything about drawback of group by clause?
Yeah, Sanju explained like whenever we want an extra column to be displayed other than the columns mentioned in group by, it is not possible.
Okay, so whatever columns you want to select in group by, all the columns you should select in the select clause also. So
In
that
group
means
by,
grouping on the few columns, displaying on the more than group columns. That is the
yeah.
requirement. Correct, right? Yeah, that is what the problem with the group by. We are going to understand the problem clearly. We'll solve that problem with some additional functionality in SQL. That is what we are going to learn in next session. Okay, anyone having any questions? Any questions before closing our session?